Welcome back, viewers. I'm Dr. Rex and welcome to HealthConcern channel. In today's video, we will be talking about the 12 illnesses caused by low vitamin D. But before we begin, kindly use some of the time to subscribe to this lovely channel and leave us a like on this video to support the channel. Thanks for doing that. Now let's begin. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say vitamin D? The sun. Well, sure, the best source of vitamin D is right outside. But have you ever thought about what will happen if you don't get enough of it? As you may already know, vitamin D promotes the development of strong bones and brain health. Other than the sun, foods like salmon, eggs, and supplements come with vitamin D. If sunbathing is not your thing or you're not a fan of seafood, then you may be susceptible to developing certain diseases triggered by vitamin D deficiency. So which illnesses are these? You'll be surprised to learn about the effect of vitamin D on mental health. Does it make bones weaker? What about heart disease? In today's video we'll be talking about the illnesses linked to vitamin D deficiency, so keep watching until the end. Number 1. Osteoporosis. It's been drilled into our brains that vitamin D is crucial for bones, so it may not come as a surprise that any loss of vitamin D could be behind bones getting weaker or leading to serious conditions. Low calcium in bones means an increased risk of fracture. Nobody wants that. In the case of osteoporosis, low vitamin D makes it difficult for bones to absorb and make use of calcium to make them strong. However, the jury's still out if vitamin D supplements work or not, so it's best to actively make sure you're getting enough vitamin D through your diet and sun exposure. What's your source of daily vitamin D? Tell us in the comments below. Number 2. Respiratory issues. Didn't expect that. Not getting enough vitamin D is associated with an increased risk of respiratory problems like bronchitis, sinusitis, and even pneumonia. During these weird times when coronavirus has reached every corner of the planet, keeping the lungs healthy is of vital importance. Getting the right amount of vitamin D can stave off these respiratory issues that may prove harmful. This vitamin is especially important for the immune system and improves the body's responsiveness in the case of infection. What's better than lazing out under the sun, especially when it can be potentially life-saving? Number 3. Depression. Did you know that vitamin D is directly linked to your mood? It can make you feel happy or be the cause of your depression, although there are numerous causes that trigger depression. Not being able to meet your everyday requirement of vitamin D is one of them. Eating food high in vitamin D and increasing social interaction is one way of tackling this situation. If you've been experiencing symptoms of depression like fatigue, irritability, changes in appetite, or hopelessness, then discussing vitamin D with your doctor could definitely help manage these symptoms. Number 4. Increased risk of schizophrenia. Just like in the case of other mental illnesses, the exact cause of schizophrenia is also unknown still. Statistics show that it's more prevalent in regions with less sun, leading scientists to believe that the sunny vitamin D has a lot to do with it. It is important for pregnant women to get the proper amount of vitamin D every day, if not it increases the risk of developing schizophrenia later on in life. Low vitamin D is associated with low grandiosity, excitement, and irregular speech among people with schizophrenia. Number 5. Fatigue. In these fast-paced times, fatigue has become a regular part of life. There can be literally several causes for your tiredness, while other causes have become mainstream. Vitamin D deficiency has been overlooked. Low levels of vitamin D in the blood can not only cause fatigue but can also have a major negative impact on the quality of life. If you feel chronic daytime fatigue accompanied sometimes with a headache, maybe you should consult your doctor about getting vitamin D supplements. Number 6. Getting sick more often. Do you get sick a lot, especially with the cold and flu? Low vitamin D levels could be a contributing factor. Vitamin D is one of the most important nutrients for maintaining a strong immune system. This system gets compromised when the vitamin D levels are low, resulting in people getting sick more often. This also includes respiratory problems like bronchitis and pneumonia. In short, to stay safe and strong, make sure you get vitamin D any way you can. Number 7. Lower back pain. We've already touched on the importance of vitamin D with bone health. It increases calcium absorption, which makes the bone strong, but low levels of vitamin D can also cause chronic lower back pain. Research shows that people deficient in vitamin D are more susceptible to lower back pain later on in life. This may even result in limited everyday activities due to severe back pain. That doesn't sound good at all. All this can be avoided if you just keep an eye on the amount of vitamin D you're receiving every day. Number 8. Slow wound healing. Wound healing and repair is the way the body recuperates. If you wondered why your wounds don't heal as quickly as others, then vitamin D deficiency should be something on your radar. Vitamin D increases the production of compounds crucial for forming new skin. The fact that vitamin D can fight infection and inflammation helps with proper wound healing. These inflammatory markers jeopardize healing big time, making it difficult for you to bounce back. Number 9. Hair loss. Hair loss is often connected to stress and anxiety. If you've been pulling your hair out over wondering why you're losing hair, then you should shift your attention to your vitamin D. In case the hair loss is severe, it may be because you're low on some nutrients. Alopecia is a condition that causes the hair to fall out in smaller chunks and is linked with vitamin D deficiency. This is especially seen in people who had rickets early on in life, which happens when the body is unable to process optimum levels of vitamin D. Number 10. Muscle pain. Nobody really cares about vitamin D unless it's absolutely necessary. One way vitamin D deficiency is overlooked is in the case of muscle pain. Research shows that vitamin D deficiency can potentially be the cause behind unexplained muscle pain in adults and children. Taking high doses of vitamin D supplements have the capacity to reduce various types of body pain, especially in people who are running low on it. Number 11. Diabetes. Bringing on sugary treats isn't the only way of developing diabetes. The connection between diabetes and low vitamin D is clear. It has a huge impact on the body's insulin sensitivity and resistance. Another relation is the role of vitamin D and inflammation. Low sunshine vitamin is the reason behind chronic inflammation that eventually causes diabetes. This happens because low vitamin D means many cell-level functions are disrupted, which lays the foundation for the onset of diabetes. If you've been diagnosed with diabetes, then it's best to speak to your doctor about the importance of vitamin D supplements along with regular exercising. Follow a proper diet and always stay hydrated. Number 12. May develop certain cancers. Anything related to cancer is murky. However, there is growing evidence to support that vitamin D deficiency can lead to certain cancer. Remember that low vitamin D alone does not cause cancer. Low vitamin D accompanied with several other factors contribute to developing prostate and breast cancer. You've learned how low vitamin D levels could cause serious inflammation in the body. When it goes unchecked, this is the perfect starting ground for cancer cells to develop. In this case, we can only tell you prevention is better than a cure. Causes of vitamin D deficiency. Now that you've learned about the illnesses caused by low vitamin D, it's also important to learn about the causes in order to handle it. Living in a country where the sun stays hidden for a major part of the year, the darker the skin, the higher the chance of suffering from vitamin D shortage. The more pigmented the skin is, the better it's able to produce melanin, which absorbs UV rays and slows down the synthesis of vitamin D. Spending too many hours indoors, not eating the foods that may help promote the synthesis of this vitamin. Vitamin D is one nutrient that should not be taken lightly. It's kind of surprising that it's still one of the reasons for several illnesses in the world, given that there's a ton of vitamin D being showered at all times just outside your door. If you can't get it from the sun, foods and supplements are the way to go. To be more mindful of how much vitamin D and other vitamins you get every day. How much sunlight do you think you get every day? Tell us in the comment section below. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more contents like this one. Bye for now.